Well, hello everyone and welcome back already. I've come to you today to show you my purchases for this week. I went into Collingwood to go to Recht Accessories, that's R-E-C-H-T, R-E-C-H-T. That's where I buy a lot of my accessories from, and I just wanted to show them to you because you can get them so cheap, and they actually stock the YKK zippers, which are really hard to get. They do sell outside of the trade, but they will not post unless you have an ABN. But I go in, I have an ABN, but I go in and get my own anyway. And so I wanted to show you what I got and how much they cost. Now I got all of these YKK zippers. Now the dark navy 18 centimeter YKK zippers cost $1.16 each plus GST. So that is pretty cheap. It's a pretty good deal. And so what would you be paying? $1.16 plus 12 cents GST. So still really cheap. And I got the 18 centimeters in the dark navy, and I got also 18 centimeter ones in the white, and they're also $1.16 plus GST. So these are jean zippers. I have other YKK zippers, but if you're making stretch jeans, you really need to put a decent zip in it. And I've had, must have been when I made my white ash jeans, which are a Japanese stretch denim, I really wasn't happy with the zipper that I bought from Spotlight. And it's very disappointing when it has parts in it that it doesn't glide past easily. And so I knew that I could get them from Reich, and they have a lot of other things that I also purchased from there. And I also managed to get these YKK zippers, and these are dyeable. So this has had no treatment done to the cotton that the zip is made from, and so you can dye it your own color, and I thought that was a great idea. So I actually got some 18 centimeter ones and some 15 centimeter ones. Some of my jeans I only put a 15 centimeter zip in, and I do use non-YKK zippers if I have to in non-stretch jeans, because they're not as firm fitting as a stretch type of jean would be. So I got that. I also bought a new tape measure, and the tape measure was $3.85. I got a new Raja cloth, which is the cloth that has been permeated with dry cleaning fluid. Now I sometimes use that cloth, and I sometimes use my organza cloth. I also bought some more tracing paper, and this time I went for the not quite as heavy tracing paper, and they call this craft paper, and I got 20 sheets for $28.65. This paper is actually really quite expensive. And then I purchased 3 different colors in, they call them tack buttons, but they're really the buttons that go on jeans or jean skirts. And so I got some black ones, and I got some bronze ones, you can see in there, and like a gunmetal grey sort of one, or antique, slightly silver but not really silver, and they cost me 34 cents each. So really much cheaper than I can get these things anywhere else. And then I got, so the tack buttons as they call them, I've had them from there before, but I've used them all up. the nail that you use to put them on with, see that nail there, that goes into the back of the stud, comes separate, and they are 8 cents each. So really, really good bargain. And you can go onto their website and you can order, and they will ring you and let you know when your order is ready to pick up. So that's Recht Accessories, and it's in Collingwood in Melbourne. And as I was in Collingwood, I couldn't not go to the fabric store. That wasn't really my plan, but I try to go to all of these places at once. I did go to Draper's as well, but I didn't buy anything there. I bought some fabric from the fabric store, and I don't really go to Darn Cheap Fabrics. It's in Fitzroy, which is like right next to where they are, because I don't like that Darn Cheap's fabric as much as the one in Glen Huntly. The one in Glen Huntly, they've just got so much stock you can hardly move around in there. But I always find much better things there. They've probably got exactly the same fabrics. I just don't have as much luck in finding anything really, really good there. So I'll show you what I got. First of all, I got some merino wool, of course. And this is in an aubergine colour. So a nice winter colour. And then finally I was able to get some white. Always been looking for some white, so it just looks like a white skivvy or a white polo neck jumper, but I had been looking around for some time, and sometimes the ivory is a bit yellowy for what I wanted, but I was able to get some white. So I will be making a polo neck jumper with that because I wanted it to wear under things in wintertime. And the other colour in the merino wool, of course, I got was red. Now this looks orange on screen. How can I make it look red? This is actually quite a dark red, a very blue based red, but I can see looking in the screen that it looks like it's orange, which is odd, but it's actually a very dark red. And so that's really what I went into the fabric store for, was to look at the colours of the merino wool. So I was really thinking, will I get a teal one? And then when I saw the red, I thought, no, I'm going to get red. So they do have an orangey tomato colour red, but they do have that orangey red, but I wanted one that was blue based, and so that is actually a dark crimson red, so it is a blue based one. And I found this other fabric. Now, this actually looks like it's pretty much white or off-white in this light, but it's actually called panna cotta. So this is called Floral Frond Cloak Jacquard. And if you just look, it's got fluff on it already, at that beautiful fabric. It is so gorgeous, and they recommended that you make the Leo coat, and I didn't know what the Leo coat was, and so when I got home I looked up their site and found that the Leo coat is like a boxy blazer, a lined boxy blazer. So I will be looking for something like that. Why not add another coat to the collection to make in this beautiful fabric. As soon as I saw this fabric, I hadn't even gotten down the back, which is where they keep all the merino, and I knew I had to have it. But you could do some serious damage to your bank account in that store. There really wouldn't be much that you wouldn't love or buy from there. They have such beautiful fabric, and the girls there that work in that store are absolutely lovely. You know, I'm always in there for ages, just chatting away. But really nice girls, and they really know their stuff. So they're people that sew, and so it's really nice to go to a fabric store where the people there actually do sewing. So this is where I got it from, the fabric store. And it's in Collingwood in Melbourne. But you can buy a lot of this stuff online. But I do notice that what the pictures look like online isn't as great as what it is when you get in there. When you get in there, they're just beautiful fabric, just beautiful. So now everything we've been waiting for, which is the May Bespoke box from the Dahlia Society, and its theme is the Frida Kahlo. So anybody who follows Kristen will already have seen some of her Frida Kahlo products. She's got like beautiful bags and like a little makeup purse and sewing bags, or you could put any sort of notion in it really anyway. So let's see what it says. Ooh, and I also ordered something else. What a surprise. And the postie managed not to smash it up this time, as he does other times. And this came really quickly this time, Kristen, really quickly. Beautiful. Don't you love getting these packages? It's like you're getting a present. Ooh, and the first thing I can see is, so anyone who doesn't know what a Frida Kahlo bespoke box would be, this is the type of theme it is. So this is a beautiful postcard, and on the back it's got a saying on it, nothing is worth more than laughter. And I have to admit, that is so, so true. Oh, and this is one for me. Look at that. Made with love and wine. How gorgeous is that? And I've got my little QR code. We'll talk about that. First of all, we've got a Sir Thomas. Oh, it's made by Lipton. Lemon infused herbal tea. That'll be great. Oh, that was what I also ordered. Wow, and now I've got a Charlie's on the go artesian cookie, and it's a rainbow choc chip. Look at that. You can see all those. That'll be nice with a cup of tea, won't it? Well, that's lovely, Kristen. And Charlie's, I'm sure they are in Moorabbin now still. Oh, they're in East Benton, that's right. So just near Moorabbin. Oh, and a dusk melt. And it's called Active Air. See what it smells like. Oh, that smells beautiful. That bag must have been sealed up because the smell wasn't coming out of there until I opened it. It's usually you can smell the whole box. It smells like it. That is beautiful. It's really got quite a floral smell. And I'm a floral person, so I wear Chanel No. 5 and lots of different Chanel perfumes. And a few other floral ones too. So it's really my thing to have floral scented things. And look at this. Now this is a Frida Kahlo. They're calling it a coin purse. Sometimes I do use that sort of thing for coins. But you could put anything in it. Beautifully lined. Very nice, be very handy. And now what we've all been, some green thread. And look at this fabric. Oh my God, look at the birds on it. Look at that. Can you see those birds? Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Wow, this is really, really nice. Just trying to think what I could make with this. This is 2.5 meters of cotton lawn. Oh, a few different types of birds on it too. Looks like honey eaters on some of it. Cockatiels. This is absolutely beautiful. How gorgeous a shirt's that going to make? Really, really pretty, Kristen. Absolutely lovely. I'm just seeing more and more things in it the more I look at it. And there's another bird that's like a parrot on it here. Absolutely gorgeous. 2.5 meters. You could make a dress with 2.5 meters. Really, really beautiful and well done. I just have to think of what I can make. I'll have to go on to, I'll have to scan this QR code because it's for the Sew House 7 Regalia. I don't know what that is. And you get a 30% discount off that pattern. That's a good buy. The other thing I ordered from the Dahlia Sewciety was some Liz Taylor labels. If I open them so I can show you because they are assorted. And this one says self-love. Nice. And this is a round one. I know I've never seen that before. Put it there so you can see it. And it's called Best. I just wondered if that gold was any other writing, but it's not. My eyesight's just appalling. Seen a round label. Could be cute. And this one says Queen, as some of my friends would call me. And this one is Proud. Aren't they lovely labels? And this one is a love one. Now, lots of these attach differently, like this one. So there's the front of it. You would do your, oops. you would do your stitching down the sides to hold this on rather than attaching it at the top. This one is designed to go inside of a neckline. This one is also a stitch down the side one. I mean, you can attach them any way you'd like to. This is also a stitch down the side one. And this is a round one, so I'd probably stitch it just all the way around in a circle in matching thread, this little peachy colour that it is. So I'm going to have to find out what regalia is. And I can't wait to see what Kristen's made with it. But this fabric, just beautiful. Look at it. How pretty is that? And beautiful, bright, bright colours. The birds on it. That is fabulous, Kristen. Really good choice, as usual. And for anybody who doesn't know, that's a Frida Kahlo. So true. Where would we be if we couldn't laugh? Well, that's it for all my purchases. And that's a beautiful bespoke box, Kristen. Very, very happy with that. I might go and have a cup of tea and have that cookie. Although I can hear my husband, so maybe I'll have to squirrel it away and hide it because he'll want some. I will talk to you all next week. Everybody have a great sewing week. Please like and subscribe. And I'm going off to see what the Sew House 7 regalia is and if I'd like to buy that pattern. And I will talk to you all next week. Bye.